Why do people post to TikTok? What is a virtual classroom? Do you use AI? What's with all these fake photos?
Did you go to an arcade? How many TV channels were there? What was dial-up internet? Did you hang out at the mall?
From the class of 1996 with big hair, AOL, and whatever.
And the class of 2026 with YouTube, smartphones, and mask mandates.
You're listening to Midlife Young. Well, it's Friday night. Okay, it could be some other day for our listeners, but we're going to say it's Friday night. And in this episode, we're going to discuss what teens did Friday nights and sometimes the weekends.
The biggest thing that I've done on a Friday night probably would have just been like a dance competition. Other than that, I really don't do much on Friday nights.
I'd hang out with some friends once in a while. A lot of interesting things that different generations have done for Friday nights. Let's take a quick peek at popular movies. And for those of us from my generation, we might call that blockbuster night. My friends and I would frequently visit the rental store and check out mostly VHS tapes. Let's see. The list that AI has given me for popular movies from the early 90s include Clueless, 10 Things I Hate About You, American Pie, Scream, Dazed and Confused, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Well, that sounds like an interesting movie.
It does. I want to watch that.
Man, I've not heard that one. Boys in the Hood, Cruel Intentions, Jumanji. I guess those are some of the popular movies. I don't remember any of these movies. I'm trying to think back the movies I remember watching. I remember watching like Matrix and Back to the Future, but that actually, Back to the Future was a little earlier because I think that was in the 80s on that one. That was one of my favorites, Back to the Future.
Well, I don't really watch movies that much. I mainly watch TV shows like on Netflix or Disney. Ginny and Georgia, Never Have I Ever, stuff like that.
Some of the other popular TV shows for your age looks like Stranger Things, Heartstopper. I can't even say that word. Euphoria. Never Have I Ever. Wednesday, isn't that one girl?
Wednesday?
Yeah.
From the Addams Family?
Yeah.
I tried to watch that show, but I got very bored after the first episode. So...
Outer Banks. Is that anything like Outer Limits?
I've never heard of Outer Banks.
No? Okay. The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Haven't heard of that one.
Riverdale.
Haven't seen that one, but I've heard of it.
What's that one about?
I have no idea.
But you want to see it.
It's on my list, but I've never seen it.
Interesting. Yellow Jackets. Cobra Kai?
Kai? I've never seen that one, but I know how to pronounce it.
Oh, man, just pick on me. Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Never heard of that one either.
Oh, and there's a bunch of other ones here. Skins, Gossip Girls, 13 Reasons Why, One Tree Hill, XO Kitty. Weird.
I don't know why there's a dash for XO Kitty. It's the same XO Kitty as the show.
Oh.
I don't
Interesting.
13 Reasons Why. That one hits. It's very sad.
What's that one about?
Suicide.
Oh, that is sad.
Yeah.
And they made it a whole TV series out of it?
Yeah. I've watched like 2 episodes. And it's like these letters. Like she has whole suicide letters for every different person. I haven't watched it all yet.
Seeing we talked about TV shows, I guess, let's see, what shows did I like back then? You know what? I was always a big fan of Star Trek, but I was a geek. So, I mean, Star Trek, I think, was 80s. Always stuck with me. Other than that, they had like the prime time lineup on the TV channels. Third Rock from the Sun, Frasier was another one. Not just TV, not just movies. Obviously, there was music. So some of the popular musics of my time that we listened to be honest with you, I don't think we limited this to Friday nights. I mean, music was good all the time, especially in the car. You crank up the radio driving to school, when you didn't go to bed on time, so you are exhausted anyway. Anyway,
The same thing.
you do the same thing.
I do the same
think
thing.
I think that's just every generation who actually goes to bed on time and isn't exhausted for school. Some of the music of my era sounds like New Kids on the Block, Debbie Gibson, Backstreet Boys. I've heard of them. Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Smashing Pumpkins, Tupac, Dr. Dre, TLC, Alanis Morissette.
I've heard of the Backstreet Boys, but other than that, nothing.
No.
Now.
The one concert I went to, now this was actually young adult at this point, the Blue Man Group.
Is it the group that's Blue Men?
Yes.
I've seen like one video of them and they had like this big phone. They were like making up a password for it. It's literally all I've seen them do.
They had music instruments they built themselves out of PVC pipe and a bunch of other interesting props, including TV sets and whatever else.
I don't listen to a lot of songs that traditional teenagers listen to nowadays, but I do listen to some. Like, I listen to Billie Eilish sometimes, Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, Sabrina Carpenter, but I don't like listen to them as much as some other people do. I listen to a lot of David Kushner and Dermot Kennedy. A lot of them are pop singers, but I personally listen to like alternative or indie music, which is like those like smaller creators, I guess, which aren't small, but they are.
Yeah, the internet has really allowed small creators to stand out nowadays compared to my generation.
Yeah.
Which brings something my generation didn't have, TikTok or content creators and stuff like that.
So I don't use TikTok, so I don't know a lot about that. I don't really watch the trends either. So.
TikTok is out.
Pretty much.
Even though TikTok shows up quite often in the YouTube feed too.
Yeah, it also shows up on Instagram, but I scroll past those. I don't really care about trends.
They're all little dance whatevers or weird stuff.
Yeah, and as a dancer, it kind of makes me upset when I watch some of those. Some are good, some are just no. Some are just no.
And there seems to be an uptick of these the AI generated videos right now.
Yeah, those are weird.
And I mean, some of them look kind of realistic, but then there's other ones that are just absurd.
Yeah, like the ones where they go flying across the air for no reason.
Yep. It was funny. I was seeing this one video of, I think it was a cat or something like that a tornado was coming by in the background and the cat all of a sudden gets sucked away. And I'm like,
I've seen that one. Yeah.
That's like, doesn't look too real. Until another video, then it was a dog. And then another video, it was a turtle. Then it was grandma. And then it was, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is definitely AI generated because there are so many of the same theme. I don't think this tornado is sucking away everybody one by one off of the front step.
Yeah, and if you look closely, sometimes the logo of the AI, like Sora, it'll be in the corner.
That's kind of a giveaway.
A little bit. Sometimes they'll like get rid of it or like blur it. And I think there's like Sora 2, which doesn't have the watermark. That or I'm wrong. I don't know.
I think it's if you pay for a certain level of the Sora generation platform, then it removes the watermark. But yeah, the free ones, I think, watermark everything. So now we're going to go into some games.
Ooh.
And I know. I remember playing Monopoly myself. Monopoly is an old game. It's been around a long time, but I, for some reason, really liked playing Monopoly. We never really did follow the Monopoly rules very well. We kind of made up our own rules half the time. The plan was always to wipe somebody else out when it came financially in Monopoly. But some of the other board games at the time, for my generation, I guess that were popular, were Dream Phone. That was iconic, I guess, for teen girls. Mall Madness. That was a shopping theme board game. Don't Wake Daddy.
I've heard of that one.
You've heard of that one? It's
Yeah.
a weird title. What board game is that? What is that about?
Well, it's where like the dad is laying down and the kids have to do something, and I think there was like a button that you had to press a certain amount of time that the card said.
So you've played this game?
I think so.
Weird. I've never even heard of the game, and yet it looks like 1992 for that game, that board game. 13 Dead End Drive.
Whoa. Sounds cool.
Pretty Princess.
I think I've played that. I think.
See,
I could be wrong.
Board games just never die. They just keep on going. Hungry Hippos. Now, I remember that game. There was those little plastic beads that were like all over the place when you were done playing those.
Yeah, I've played that.
Atmosphere. I guess that's a VHS-based horror game. I don't remember that one either.
VHS horror games?
I know.
Awesome.
Interactive games using VHS tape.
Yeah, but we have some games like that. Like, it looks like it's a VHS, but it's not.
So talking about video related, let's jump right into the popular video games at the time. And I mean, now you guys have, what is it? iPads, iPhones, everything you can play on all your gadgets nowadays for games and stuff. It's like game consoles. I mean, there's still some popularity. What is it? The PlayStation game consoles, Xbox, stuff like that.
PlayStation has really, like...
What version are that now? Isn't it 5?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't keep track of that anymore. But yeah, at the time we had the the consoles, which today we call them classic consoles. And we have, Raspberry Pis that emulate them now, or emulators for your computer. But we had games like Super Mario World, Sonic Hedgehog, Donkey Kong, Final Fantasy, Doom. That was a big game. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Oh, those games where you beat each other up. Oh, and then that's right. We had the Game Boy was out at that time, and things like Tetris, stuff like that. So there was a whole bunch of nifty games you could play. And so the mobile game systems were just starting to come out. It looks like Game Boy with Tetris, 1989 about. A lot of that nowadays is what we've moved on to more hyper socializing like activities, things working with computers, but yet socializing with each other online, right?
I don't know anything about any of this.
Yeah, these are interesting. Let's see. Hybrid icebreakers, touch blue, blind drawing. Oh, but mixed reality meetups. There we go. Combined in-person and remote participation. Yeah, there wasn't much in virtual reality at all, my generation, but your generation sees that. Things like VR chat, Alt Space VR, Rec Rooms. There's various games now that have got the virtual reality that's all online, and you get to chat with each other, stuff like that.
I prefer like the solo games or multiplayer. So
let's take a look at some of the popular local events. I can point out one from my generation. We had a neighboring small town that we used to drive Main Street. Now, I'm guessing this is not limited to just this one small town. There's got to be other small towns in the country that also have this. But I mean, driving the Main Street. And so right after school, especially Friday nights, everybody get in their cars, would load up our vehicles, and we'd be just hanging out, driving back and forth down Main Street right in this small town.
That sounds amazing.
Cranking up the bass on our cars, showing off how loud our vehicles were. I know, getting in trouble with the cops because
we don't do that.
Generally it's a nuisance. Stopping at all the gas stations along the way.
Ooh, I want to do that.
Yeah, it was a thing. I drove maybe once or twice down during that time. Bass boxes, yeah, I had the big sound system thing in the back of my car, home built, because I didn't have the money to pay for the good ones that everybody else used. It didn't sound all that good, but I had one of those big cars, so I had a big trunk in the back, so I could cram a home-built box in the back with a few speakers. Some of the other events, local events, I guess we had obviously school dances and proms, but I think that's every generation. County fairs, carnivals, the food, the rides. Of course, as I get older, I don't ride the rides. Mall of America. Actually, Mall of America did open in 1992.
Oh.
So this is probably why I was thinking a little bit of Mall of America. It's like the mega mall of everything, but they had a theme park right in the center, too.
They do.
You've even been to Mall of America and rode some of those rides.
Me riding rides? Ugh. Nah.
Maybe not.
I want to go on a roller coaster, but I'm terrified to go on a roller coaster.
But we also had local concerts, battles of the bands, and then, of course, the sports games. But that's still even
Yeah.
today. Now, isn't DIY hobbies kind of a thing that's popping up with your generation?
For some people,
So maybe not as much you, but what does some of the other people in your generation kind of do for DIY projects?
well, there are some people who do like photography and videography.
That was popular in my time too.
I know some people like using like Polaroids.
Polaroids. Oh,
It's almost like film. You have to put a certain amount in there.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Popular song. She's giving me a look. She doesn't know the song.
I have no idea what you
Even
said.
though Polaroid actually, I think, had to put out a notice saying that don't shake our film like the Polaroid picture song says, because that's not how it works. It messes up the chemistry.
You know what Polaroids remind me of? Art. You know, like drawing and stuff. That's another thing that some people do. They like to draw and paint, sculpt. Seen a lot of sculpting on the internet lately with like pottery and stuff. It's hilarious when it gets caught onto their clothes and hair. And they start spinning. It's weird.
I think that's another one of those multi-generational things.
I've seen a lot of crafting lately. Like people will make stuff and then they'll actually sell it. And they'll teach people how to make it and then they'll also sell it, all that stuff.
And coding, isn't coding another thing that's... I mean, I'll admit, I coded when I was young too. But this was rare, because I actually had a computer I coded BASIC on. Brother does coding all the time. Half the
Yeah,
time
I
you
don't
you look at his screen and it's like, what is he writing?
None of it makes any sense to me.
And he's making games and stuff like that on the computer.
Oh,
You didn't know that?
no, I did not.
Yeah, he makes games and everything else. He writes a whole bunch of code all the time. 3D stuff. I don't know what he's doing. It's...
All that ones and zeros.
yeah, ones and zeros. Now, one of the other popular things for your generation seems to be like wellness stuff. I've seen a lot of things related to wellness.
Yes. A lot of people are doing like detox things, which I don't do that. None of it makes sense to me. I do wellness stuff, but not like crazy. Mine is mostly just like health and nutrition and working out, not all of this like detox stuff. But they do all of that stuff. They go to spas, which honestly sounds really nice.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I recall from high school was like if you were in like weightlifting or one of the sports related things. I think quite often it was go outside and play.
Oh.
It's just do stuff outside.
Go outside.
You know, we'd ride our bikes up and down the streets, you know.
I've done that.
I mean, I guess the only thing I did when I was young was probably camping.
I worked at a summer camp. So that was my
Ultimate in
little-
camping. Didn't one year you pretty much live in a, what I would call a shed for a week?
Yeah, that was just for a week. And they tore that down like a year later.
I think it was like going to fall into the lake, wasn't it?
It was being held up by like one little cinder block, yeah. So it was fine.
It was fun.
I was more worried about the bugs that were in there. It was gross.
You know what? To wrap up this episode, let's take a sneak peek at some of the popular things from other generations. What do you say?
Sure.
You sound excited. Sure. It's like, no, I only want to talk about our generations. No, I don't want to talk about other generations. That's boring.
Sure.
Sure. All right. I am going to dive back. So we talked a lot about the 1990s. I'm going to jump back to what AI tells me was popular back in the 1980s. So back in the 1980s, popular things were shopping at the mall. Sounds pretty familiar to me. Arcades and home games, nope, still popular. Still same. Pac-Man, Nintendo, yep. Roller skating. I did roller skating, though. Never was good at keeping balance. Did you roller skate?
I did. There was like roller skating events that I went to.
See, that's beyond 1980s.
It is.
Mixtape making. Now, I don't recall ever making mixtapes, but I did receive some. And that's where you took audio cassette tapes with your favorite songs on it, sometimes recorded from the radio, and then you mix them together you have to have a dual deck where you could play from one tape, record on the other, and you get all your songs lined up. Concerts and dance parties. And let's see, outdoor funs, skateboarding, biking, occasional. So that was the 1980s. Let's jump forward. Why don't you let us know what was popular in the 2000s?
2000s. I was born in the 2000s, like late 2000s.
So you're too young to know about these things.
A little bit. But there was a lot of like early social medias.
Messengers, right?
Messengers.
Do you know the first that I can call, and I could be wrong, but first popular messenger was in like 1996, ICQ. And that was the first popular messenger that was out there.
I don't know what a messenger is.
What?
I know what Facebook Messenger is, but I don't know what a messenger is.
Pretty much the same thing.
Oh, so it was just messenger.
Yeah, you just chat back and forth.
Oh. There was also like mall trips and fast food hangouts. A lot of teens nowadays either have jobs or just want to stay home. Allegedly, there was illegal music downloads as well in the 2000s.
What's LimeWire and Napster? I don't know what those are. Let's jump to the 1970s.
That was a long time ago.
I know. That's my birth year was in the 1970s, late 70s, but yeah. Roller rinks and roller disco. Oh, disco. I listen to disco music once in a while, but holy crap, yeah, the big disco thing. Stay alive, stay alive.
I heard that song.
Oh, drive-in movies. I rarely got. Have you ever got to experience a drive-in?
I have.
Really?
Done it once.
Is there any in the United States anymore?
There was one like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Like close to like our house and stuff.
I remember a little bit about that when I was young. Some drive-in movie theaters. You'd park at the movie theater and then you put the speaker on the window.
Oh, we just had to connect it to the radio.
Oh, yeah, some of them I might did the radio. But we actually had this cable with little speaker you'd put in, hang on your window.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was, I remember those. Oh, the Friday night TV lineup. That's been around for a while, though. But, Brady Bunch. That was one of the Friday night TV. I still remember watching that when I was a kid.
I don't know the Brady Bunch.
Pinball machines. Oh, all the noises those things make.
You're making me want to go to a restaurant.
There's only a few that have them nowadays. Concerts and music fests. Let's see. What? YMCA teen nights.
YMCA.
I don't know what that is. Let's see. Social
it's
dance
where you
and
go
games.
to the YMCA and dance and play games.
Okay. Dancing and games.
That's what the YMCA is.
All right. So let's jump forward. Why don't you tell us some of the popular trends from 2010s?
2010s. Well, there was a lot of like binge watching, like Netflix and stuff. That's when we got like really big on like social media scrolling, like Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, which was like the late 2010s, like 2019 late.
TikTok opened in September of 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
Interesting. Musical.ly was still around because TikTok took over Musical.ly.
They did?
Mm-hmm. Because that's how TikTok became TikTok. Is there was a company that took over Musical.ly in 2019. So I don't know why that says 2016. There was also a lot of DIY projects, YouTube tutorials, online gaming, again with the concerts and festivals. Mall culture had faded and was replaced by coffee shops and online shopping. Fitness and outdoor activities became kind of big for like social media. They would post on social media their little like outdoor activities.
Their little outdoor activities.
I just work out. I don't post it yet, at least.
We'll jump all the way back to the 1960s. That's before any of us.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was the 1960s? So the drive-in theaters was a big thing.
It says that watching movies under the stars.
Sock hops?
So where you hop on socks?
Often held in school gyms and community centers. Not sure what the sock hops are. Soda shops and malt shops. You know what?
Oh,
I would be happy to see those today.
those sound really good.
I mean, just a good old-fashioned burger, a milkshake, and a jukebox tunes. Of course, that's now been replaced by you tell your phone and you pay on your phone and then it plays it on the speakers there. Board games and card games. Monopoly, Twister, Uno. Oh, so those have been around quite a bit. Beach parties, surf culture. Oh, isn't that? Let's see. The Surf Boys. When did the Surf Boys come out?
Surf Boys? What are Surf Boys?
Not Surf
Beach
Boys. The Beach Boys. I'm saying it wrong.
What?
We're talking Surf Boys, and it's actually the Beach Boys. Let's see. When did the Beach Boys come out? November 27th of 1961.
60?
Surfing. That was the first Beach Boys song. One of the other big things in the 1960s. Beatlemania.
Oh, the Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles. They're still popular even today. And then the American Bandstand. Well, this was a fun dive into Friday nights and various activities of teens in the various ages. What are we going to talk about next episode?
I don't know. You have to wait till next episode to find out.
You're going to have to wait till next episode, so stay tuned. From the class of 1996
And the class of 2026.
this has been Midlife Young.
Don't miss out on future episodes by subscribing to our podcast.
And find us online at midlifeyoung.com. Thank you for listening.